First of all, RIP to the legend, to the great legend, Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan. First of all, RIP. Rest in peace. Hulk Hogan was one of my favorite wrestlers. Him, The Rock, Stone Cold, and well, Sting was another one, but RIP to one of my favorite and one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna start with. Second of all, let's get into this race war. I've been seeing a whole bunch of memes by black people, especially. A whole bunch of memes making fun of Hulk Hogan. And before we get into this, make sure you hit that live, right? Hit that live button. Number one, hit the like button, subscribe, notifications. Make sure you get that from my next live. What's good, Jericho? What's good, as always? We both in Facebook and YouTube. Yep, at work, y'all. Yeah, y'all still at work. A lot of y'all at work. Oh yeah, this is one of the lives that's really everybody really want to tune in, right? Because this is a touchy subject, right, amongst black people. Now, a lot of black people, especially. Hold on, let me make sure that I'm in. A lot of black people, especially, are making fun of Hulk Hogan's death, right? Let me take a drink of water before I get into this, right? Because I got something to say about this. Dry my throat. A lot of black people are making fun, and why? You know what? I understand some people, right? From the racial slurs, Hulk Hogan. Matter of fact, we got the audio. We're gonna play that audio, right? And a lot of memes on social media, like we don't care about Hulk Hogan. It's really poking at his death, and really getting mad at other black people for saying RIP to Hulk Hogan because he's a racist. Okay? Hulk Hogan since then apologized for the racial slurs or whatever. Yeah, I forgave him, you know. But this is what I have a problem with. The picking and choosing. Right? I'm going to compare y'all another person who has said some terrible things about black women. Right? Eminem. Now let's get to Eminem. The troll Eminem, who is still alive, by the way. And we can talk about Eminem all we want. Right? Eminem, who's blatantly said, and I'm going to play this from Benzino, who blatantly made fun of black women. The troll he is. Right? He's known for being a troll. He's probably the first troll ever in history. And nobody's saying anything about Eminem. Matter of fact, people have forgot. When you bring this subject up about Eminem making fun of black women, they ignore it. Nobody says anything about it. I made so many videos on Eminem for the fact that he made fun of black women. And I'm gonna play this video. And I think a lot of y'all is hypocrites. Y'all pick and choose to whom y'all want to forgive. Y'all pick and choose. But every time I shared this video with Eminem, it never went nowhere. Even with the video, even with Benzino shared it, it never went anywhere. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. This video, people gonna look past this video that I'm sharing right now. And it's going to get looked past because I'm going to play it again. The blatant racial slurs that Eminem said about black women. You see, nobody when you talk about black men, right? And I gotta hold my own community to a standard, right? I had to hold my own community accountable. I ain't hear nobody. What's good, Sierra? I have to hold my own community accountable because I hear a lot of these same people who talking about Hulk Hogan. They don't give a damn about Hulk Hogan for what he said about black people. But they saying Eminem is their favorite rapper. And he's clearly disrespected black women. Now, for those of y'all who've never seen this video with Eminem, I'm about to show y'all what blatantly Eminem said about black women in general. And if this don't change your opinion, you can't say a damn thing about Hulk Hogan. I'm going to show some of y'all how much of hypocrites y'all are. I'm going to play this video. See, they took the other videos down because they don't want this to continue to get out into the public that Eminem is a freaking racist. See, this is why I forgive Hulk Hogan. Right? Let me put that up. Shouts out to Benzino. Shouts out to Benzino for bringing this out against Eminem. And people continue to put Eminem as the highest on as one of the all-time greats in hip-hop on BET, played on the radio. Look, Eminem has never got canceled. Never. Matter of fact, even black people tried to hide. Even 50 Cent Uncle Tom ass. Even 50 Cent Uncle Tom saying in Dr. Dre, all them ninjas should be held accountable for Eminem's racial slurs. They should have canceled him for saying this. And I'm about to play this video, and those of y'all who've never seen this video, right? Watch this and see if you feel any different from Eminem than how you feel towards Hulk Hogan.
We call it the racist rap hour tapes.
The racist rap hour, you know, that Eminem and his group at the time, you know, his 3 other white guys had made this whole tape with a lot of racist stuff on it.
There was actually more records.
Yeah, where he's saying and all that shit.
Yeah, like calling black people monkeys and stuff like that.
It was when Benzino decided to say, hey, Eminem is a racist.
We need to listen to this track.
We can hear the music now.
I'll get straight to the point. Black girls are bitches. That's why I'ma tell you, you better pull up your britches. Cause all that cash is making your ass drag from the boyfriend you get. Black girls and white girls just don't mix because black girls are dumb and white girls are good chicks. White girls are good. I like white girls.
Black women are bad, white women are good.
So long story short,
Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna play some more. All right. Ooh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Hold on. All right. Let's snap that. Okay. Let's snap that. Did y'all just hear what Eminem just said? Now, how many of y'all still listening to Eminem? Right? How many of y'all still listen to Eminem right now? The same people who criticized and talked about. Yeah, Sierra, you never heard that from him. See, they hid that. I'm going to play this one more time from Eminem. And this is true. This ain't no, look, I'm going to play this again. For it, just in case your hearing ain't right. If you hate Hulk Hogan, you should hate Eminem for saying this. And Eminem is one of the greatest rappers of all time. But they hid this from y'all, right? But it was in plain sight. But some of y'all just did not want to hear this.
With a lot of racist stuff on it.
There was actually more records.
yeah, where he's saying and all that shit.
Yeah, like calling black people monkeys and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It was when Benzino decided to say, hey, Eminem is a racist.
We need to listen to this track.
We can hear the music now.
I'll get straight to the point. Black girls are bitches. That's why I'ma tell you, you better pull up your britches. Cause all that cash is making your ass drag from the boyfriend you get. Black girls and white girls just don't mix because black girls are dumb and white girls are good chicks. White girls are good. I like white girls.
Black women are bad, white women are good.
So long story short, in the early 2000s, Eminem had been beefing this guy named Benzino. And Benzino happened to be the co-owner of The Source, basically the biggest publication in hip-hop at the time. And nearing the end of this beef, in late 2003, Benzino got his hands on some tapes of Eminem spitting some allegedly racist bars, and they called it Eminem's Racist Rap Hour tapes. So they decided to try and cancel Eminem before people were even talking about cancel culture. They released a CD of them and put them out with an issue of their magazine. Even just for that reason alone, I think this is a video worth making and a time in hip-hop history.
They tried to cancel Eminem, but they couldn't. They hid these tapes. They made sure these tapes didn't get out. And let me tell y'all something about coon-ass Dr. Dre and coon-ass 50 Cent. They hid them too. They heard these tapes. Dr. Dre and 50 Cent, right? Hid these tapes for y'all. Because why? So they can make money off of him. They knew Eminem was a sensation back then. Because back then, he was a bully. He was making fun of gay people. And he was making fun of boy groups and women. Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. He was picking on them. He was a troll. The same way. Y'all keep on listening. Let me see if Eminem is at the top of your list now. Can y'all cancel Eminem right now? Do y'all feel the same way if Eminem died too right now? Come on now.
Worth revisiting. Now, before we get further into this video, I just want to make it very clear that I'm not suggesting that Eminem's a racist. I don't think that Eminem's a racist.
Yes, he is a racist.
Actions speak louder than words. But how they came about, are they even Eminem? And if so, this Benzino fella.
Get different channel lineups for every TV lover in your household in one place.
Before becoming the silent corner of The Source magazine, had a so-so rap career. Nothing particularly special, but he made a couple of tracks that charted in the top 50. Anyway, in 2003, after a couple of years away from music, Benzino dropped a diss track out of nowhere aimed at Eminem called Pull Up Your Skirt, calling him the 2003 Vanilla Ice. He went on to drop a couple more and a full mixtape of Eminem disses, to which Eminem replied with 2 diss tracks of his own. You might remember this stanza in Like Toy Soldiers, where Eminem addresses the issue. No, I'm not going to rap it. You can just read it right here in front of you. You've probably heard it a few times when you were 12 and you thought this was the best rap track ever. You thought it was extremely emotional and it really touched you. It might still touch you now. Anyway, you've read it. Let's move on. According to recent Vlad TV interviews with David Mays, the other source co-owner, Benzino essentially went after Eminem with the diss track because he thought M was overhyped because he was white, and that his immense fame could potentially be damaging for hip-hop culture in the long term and prevent more talented black artists breaking through.
But by 2002, I think, is when 8 Mile is coming out. And this is when the media goes into kind of overdrive, the mainstream media. And it's like, you know, Eminem is the king of hip-hop. You know, he's the greatest to ever do it. You know, they're just, you know, going crazy with, you know, the way they're portraying him. And I think that, you know, rubbed Benzino the wrong way. And I think it had him thinking like, you know, this could be bad for hip hop, you know, that just like Elvis was used to change the trajectory of rock and roll music and cut out black folks.
Shout out to Vlad TV, by the way, and specifically Sean Prez, because he's been asking literally anyone that sits down on the couch in front of him about these tapes in the last literally 2 years, like some interviews as recent as 2022. So Sean's keeping this stuff fresh in people's minds and asking people about it right now. So a lot of this interview footage that I'm going to be using from Vlad TV is like brand new, recent. So people are still talking about this. So I'm not just bringing it up randomly. Shout out Sean Perez. Please don't copyright strike this, Sean. Please, Vlad, please do not copyright strike this, please. It's fair use, bro. It's fair use, bro.
Yeah, please don't copyright this video.
Please go watch their full interviews after this. I'll link them in the description. So in November 2003, after all the disses had been sent back and forth, 3 dudes arrived at the Source offices trying to sell tapes allegedly featuring Eminem spitting some racist freestyles.
Eminem's like, they call it the racist rap hour tapes. I was like, oh, really? I said, man, I jumped on the next thing smoking. Met with the guys. It was like Maddox.
Maddox, what's up, man? I know you want to smile.
I don't know the other guy's name. I just was like, man, where's the tapes? How much y'all want for it? I didn't even want to have no comments. Dave wanted to hang out with. How much you want for the tapes and where they at? So they had been trying to sell them already to Irv Gotti and them. They wanted 50 bands for them. They had tapes, trying to sell the tapes for over a year. They were just trying to get 50,000. I said, I'll give you 15.
So apparently these 3 dudes who used to be friends with Eminem back in the day had been trying to sell these tapes for over a year for $50,000. So they finally ended up at the doors of the Source after all the Benzino diss track stuff happened. Benzino wouldn't give them 50K, but he did.
Wow, I didn't know that. Damn. So they've been had racist stuff against Eminem.
Give them 15K. After the Source had got their hands on these tapes, they then held a press conference, inviting as many journalists down as possible in the hopes of encouraging some sort of national outcry and getting Eminem an old-fashioned cancelling. I know I've already played a part of this press conference and when he plays the tune, but we need to run it back because it's just so hilariously awkward.
It's the same way that you guys have treated Mike Tyson. You guys are treating Kobe Bryant. You guys have treated R. Kelly, O.J. Simpson. We can hear the music now.
I'll get straight to the point. Black girls are bitches. That's why I'ma tell you, you better pull up your britches. Cause all that cash is making your ass drag from the boyfriend you gangs. And that's pretty bad.
Although the scandalous nature of Eminem's lyrics have given Benzino and the Source a newfound support for their claims, perhaps the biggest revelation of the press conference was how bad Eminem was just 10 years ago, and how much he's improved since.
Date a white girl, cause they got the raw hide.
Apparently there's 2 tracks on this tape, and the one that you heard at that press conference came to be known as Foolish Pride. It's about 5 minutes long, just short of 5 minutes long in full, and the entire theme of it is being disrespectful towards black women. And the other one came to be known as So Many Styles. It's only 36 seconds long and features someone that calls himself Eminem saying the N-word.
There's so many styles I might get thrown, and here's a place where I like to roam. And all the girls that I like to bone have the big butts. No, they don't, cause I don't like that shit. I just here to make a bigger hit. When I be kicking, the hype is dope as fuck.
He said, I don't like that ninja shit. Didn't he say that? I don't like, see, y'all pick and choose who y'all want to see. Let me keep on playing this.
I'll just say that Eminem is the best MC of all times.
So at the end of this press conference, Benzino let everyone know that he was planning to release these tapes on a free CD.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all this. See, nobody cares about what I'm saying. Nobody ain't gonna share this video. Y'all don't, a lot of people just don't give. I've been trying to share this video. I've been made tapes on Eminem. I've been made podcast lives on this subject, and it ain't went nowhere because nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck.
With the next issue of the Source magazine. Shady Records did not want that to happen, so they took the Source to court in December 2003, literally the month after the tapes came out, to try and stop them publishing the recordings. Shady Records went after the Source in a copyright infringement case, and the judge actually ruled in favor of the Source. The judge only let them put a small portion of the tape out, about 20 seconds, under fair use law. And I'm sure anyone that uploads stuff to YouTube will know about fair use and, you know, how vague it is. So 20 seconds in what was a landmark case where the people using the so-called copyright material actually won the right to publish some of it. And apparently the tape was a lot longer than the 2 tracks that we know now that are widely available online, up to an hour. Obviously, Eminem's Racist Rap Hour. Despite Eminem's best efforts,
an hour. So Eminem, see, Eminem has a whole album against black women. Hold on, can I say this again? Eminem has a whole album dedicated to dissing black women. How many of y'all knew that? He created a whole album dissing black women. And that's y'all favorite rapper? Look, 50 Cent and Dr. Dre went to lengths in the record company, went through lengths to prevent this from coming out. The record company should have canceled Eminem after these tapes. After hearing that shit, they probably agreed to it, because guess what? Nobody gives a fuck about black women. That's why. Nobody cares. Black women are the most disrespected. And this is pissing me off right here. Because if this was about the whole if this wasn't dissing only black women, Eminem probably would be canceled. He dissed black women. This is why these tapes didn't make it that far. This is why only 20 seconds was able to make it. See, y'all don't want to hear this shit. Y'all don't want to hear it because it's about black women. This is why most people haven't heard this. Because it's about black women. Nobody gives a fuck about black women. Nobody cares about black women. This is why Eminem was able to keep his status as one of the kings of hip hop. How could you be the king of hip hop when you dissing black women? You can't be the king. I always said Eminem could not be the king because of this. Nobody gives a fuck about black women. This is why. This is why I'm pissed off. Y'all want to diss Hulk Hogan and call anybody an Uncle Tom for saying R.I.P. Well, I call you a Uncle Tom for playing Eminem. The fuck out of here, man. Y'all don't give a fuck about black women. I'm talking to black people. This is directed towards black people. Y'all are fucking hypocrites. Y'all pick and choose to whom y'all want to cancel. I can't stand niggas sometime, bro. Y'all ain't shit.
Source were true to their word, and they published a combined 20 seconds of both of the tracks that I've played you in February 2004, alongside their magazine that featured an article with interviews of people who claim to be friends with Eminem and who were there when the recordings were made in the early 90s. The front of the CD reads, "The source exposes Eminem's racist songs and the secret agenda to steal hip-hop from the streets." In an attempt to suppress several blatantly racist songs Eminem recorded back when he was 21 years old, his record company, Shady Records, sued the source this past December. In a landmark decision by federal judge Gerald E. Lynch on Monday, December 22nd, the source was given the right, in the interest of freedom of the press, to include a total of 20 seconds from the songs on this CD.
The hype is dope, is trying to say that Eminem is the best MC of all time.
So the big question, are these tapes even Eminem? And the logical answer is yes. How could you take someone to court for copyright if you don't own the thing you're taking them to court for copyright for, if you didn't make it? So even just taking them to court for copyright is essentially admitting ownership as far as I'm concerned. Because if not, you'd just take them to court for libel or slander or something else for them claiming that these tracks were you. But according to Eminem and the Shady Records team, it's not quite as simple as that. The longer track, Foolish Pride, Eminem took ownership of straight away, putting out a statement not long after the Source press conference that read, "Ray Benzino, David Mays, and the Source have had a vendetta against me, Shady Records, and our artists for a long time. The tape they played today was something I made out of anger, stupidity, and frustration when I was a teenager.
When you was a teenager. Mm-hmm. Anger, frustration, and stupidity.
Broken up with my girlfriend, who was African American, and I reacted like the angry, stupid kid I was. I hope people will take for it the foolishness that it was and not for what somebody is trying to make it into today." However, when it comes to the second recording, the 36-second one where someone drops the N-word, Eminem was less keen to claim ownership of that one. His manager Paul Rosenberg told MTV News that neither he nor Eminem had heard or heard of that first track. So let me play this again so you can judge for yourself here.
Cause I just grabbed the microphone and I just gotta get so hype, but I'm speaking a hypertone. There's so many times I might get thrown, and here's a place where I like to roam. And all the girls that I like to bone have the big butt. No, they don't, cause I don't like that shit. I just here to make a bigger hit. When I be kicking, the hype is dope, is trying to say that Eminem is the best MC of all times. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Sure.
Eminem is a blank. If y'all criticizing Hulk Hogan for being a racist, like I said, R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. I forgive you, my brother. I forgive you, Hulk Hogan. I look, Hulk Hogan said his apologies in front of the world, right? And I don't think I think it was out of anger. I think that Hulk Hogan. See, I'm gonna say this. I think Hulk Hogan said all of that out of anger, just like Eminem did. I think Hulk Hogan said this out of anger, because that was his daughter, right? Eminem said that stupid shit because he got his heart broke. By all means, for real, he got his heart broke, and he made a diss track dissing black women, just like he dissed gay people too. He a troll. He a bully. And y'all want to call this ninja the greatest of all time? I forgive you, Hulk Hogan, but not Eminem. I can't stand Eminem. He a piece of shit.
If the first track is Eminem, then the second track is going to be Eminem, because it kind of sounds the same. The guy on the track says that he's Eminem. Both of the tracks are coming from the same source, no pun intended. They're coming from these three dudes who claim to know Eminem. You know, if the first one's him, so they've legitimately got their hands on that, surely that one's him too. But obviously, he couldn't, even if it was, he couldn't admit that, because the amount of damage that it would do to his career and reputation is potentially unthinkable. And another thing, if it wasn't him, surely in court he could have proved that it wasn't him and prevented the source from publishing that in their combined 20 seconds, because the source published clips from this one too. So the judge said, yes, you can publish those clips, and Shady Records tried to stop them under copyright. So surely that suggests that Eminem owns that, because he's trying to claim that it's him. They could only put 20 seconds of that in as well. So Eminem's claimed a copyright strike against this song that he says he's never heard of. That doesn't make sense, does it? Let me know what you think in the comments. So did Eminem get off lightly? In this day and age, yeah. If those tracks came out during...
We talking about from a white boy. This white boy is exposing. This is why I played this. Shouts out to this YouTuber right here. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to this man right here, because yes, he's saying that Eminem is a racist and Eminem should be canceled. Yes, he should be. And this makes total sense of why I'm sharing this, and that why I was outraged of people making fun of Hulk Hogan's death because of what a mistake he made. If you forgive Eminem, like some of y'all in the comments, some of y'all saying that y'all never heard about this, and rightfully so. Y'all never heard this because they did what they had to do to keep this video on the low, to keep this out of the public. Most of the public have never heard this before. And every time I try to share this video, nobody gives a damn. I try to bring this to the front for, nobody cares. Nobody shares this. Nobody even liked these videos that I put with Eminem calling black women bitches and the N-word. Why? Because Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Shady Records tried to keep this on the low. They tried to keep this out of the public, right? In which most black people are putting the same black people who was making fun of Hulk Hogan's death are the same people that praise Eminem.
The social media era, Eminem would be cancelled before you could say the word cancelled. He would be gone. After dropping Encore in late 2004, Eminem did disappear for a good 5 years before he came back with Relapse. A fact that Vlad TV's Sean Prez thinks might be linked to these tapes coming out and the fallout from them. But I'm not really too sure about that. It feels like a bit of a tenuous link. Obviously, I wasn't old enough and wasn't living in the US at the time or ever. So if you were at that time, did people give a shit about these tapes? Did people react? Was there much of a fallout? Were newspapers going after M? Let me know in the comments, because it's hard to kind of judge now when you're just doing the...
No, I've never heard of these tapes until recently, maybe till a few years ago. I've never heard of these tapes. So they kept it. Eminem had a whole career before these tapes came out. Not Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan got exposed immediately for what he said. Hulk Hogan got exposed immediately. Not Eminem. They kept it under wrap because why? They was making money off of Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, old punk ass, bitch ass motherfuckers was making money. They don't give a fuck about black people. Dr. Dre don't give a fuck about black people. Him or 50 Cent. I don't respect none of them motherfuckers at all. I don't respect Dr. Dre or 50 Cent. Because as soon as they should have heard these tapes, they should have canceled that motherfucker. I ain't got no respect for them. And them the same ninjas, Dr. Dre and 50 Cent, talking about fuck Hulk Hogan. Man, them the same ninjas that's putting out memes on and making fun of Hulk Hogan's death. Have that same energy with Hulk Hogan. The great legend Hulk Hogan. I don't give a fuck. Hulk Hogan is the legend. And he deserves to be put. I don't care what nobody's saying about how I feel about Hulk Hogan. I'ma always love Hulk Hogan. I forgive you, Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. But Eminem, fuck that motherfucker.
Research on the internet, how much impact these tapes actually had on his career, if any. Because if you look back now, a lot of people might not even know about them. So it seems like they had virtually.
Right. A lot of people don't even know about them. A lot of people don't know about these tapes. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Benzino and a lot of other just music fans think that him simply saying soz wasn't good enough. Like I said at the start of this video, I'm in no way thinking that Eminem is a racist, but he did do something racist in saying the things that he said on these tapes. Yeah, that's just, you can't argue.
Eminem made a whole hour. He made a whole album about dissing black women. How is it that not racist? Hulk Hogan, on the other hand, only said a few things because somebody did his daughter wrong. Right? So what's the difference? And we're gonna get into the Hulk Hogan, what he said versus Eminem. Like I said, Hulk Hogan should be forgiven. He should be forgiven. And I'm going to play the forgiveness. See, Eminem did not publicly apologize. That's another damn thing that this is why I don't like Eminem. Because he never publicly apologized to black women. He didn't say, I'm sorry, black queen. I'm sorry for talking about you. I know I was hurt. Maybe I would have forgave Eminem right now. This is why I can't forgive Eminem. Because he haven't apologized to my black queens. Eminem, you need to apologize to my black queens. Something that you never did. And this is why I can't forgive Eminem. And this is why I can forgive Hulk Hogan. I apologize. Hulk Hogan publicly apologized for what he did. Publicly. And he apologized probably like 10 to 15 times. Publicly. Eminem has never said he apologized for what he said in some statement. He didn't pull no goddamn press conference. So he never apologized to black women. Eminem, you need to apologize to my black queens. You need to apologize to black women immediately. Now I'm about to play what Hulk Hogan said, right? To his daughter. From his daughter. And then I'm going to play Hulk Hogan's apology. See, I can't find nothing from Eminem. I cannot find an apology from Eminem.
She jumps on me because I shell out. She's really close to her music, and I've been trying to tell her I've done everything fucking with damn day and night on the radio. I'm jackass, and he's working for me to make it work. He goes out and really should call her day and do the shit I do.
Y'all might not can see these words. Y'all might not can hear them good, but read the words. Okay.
Yeah. She's like basically did more for her a year than anybody's done. Okay, he had one song after 10 months to shoot it back, and momentum, but I try to keep.
Because remember his daughter, she was doing hip hop music, right? And do you watch the Hulk Hogan, his reality show? It was like hip hop. His daughter liked black men.
The realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. Said you can sign the fucking. He's gonna put the pot there. I go right now. There's nothing else. We're doing the best we can. So it gets to the point where our little Brooke was fucking the black guy's son. We've been hanging out. I got hold hands together on the tour. Never get close to the time before I don't give a fuck. Okay. I'm not a double standard. I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know, fucking weird. But then when it comes to nice people, you know, we all are that way. Yeah, but when it comes to nice people, you can't say. I don't give a fuck. She's already got a player, fucking football player, basketball player, and a half in the game. If we're gonna fuck with vendors, let's get the original. The kid is a multi-billionaire. But the thing is, now we start doing these nasty emails, so somewhat a riot relationship. And so now I'm not talking to anybody.
Those were terrible comments that he said. And I'm not excusing Hulk Hogan for this. Right? But he didn't say anything worse than Eminem. Eminem made a whole hour diss track about black women. So when you get to black men, so when you diss black women, you get it's a pass. Like when he was dissing gay people. See, like they put gay people and black women in the same boat. They don't give a fuck about them. Back then, they didn't give a fuck because he was clearly dissing gay people. He clearly could have got canceled for right now. And this is to show how the industry thought of black women. They didn't think shit of black women back in the day. Black women was separate from black men. If you diss a black woman, you get a pass. If you diss a black man, you're going to get canceled. For real. So that's why Hulk Hogan got canceled, because he dissed black men. And he did not diss black women. Black women. So that's the definition. Why? That is why Eminem didn't get canceled, because he dissed black women. And back then, he was dissing gay people, and he was getting off. For real, he didn't get canceled. Everybody was playing the shit. He talked about gay people like a dog, and that's how he made his money. So y'all see the difference now. When you talk about black men versus when you talk about black women, it's a difference. You can diss black women, but you can't diss black men. If you diss black men, you're gonna get canceled. If you diss black women, you get called the greatest of all time. That's the difference. So that's the difference. I know a lot of y'all haven't heard this video, the song, the whole hour. I wish I could have a whole hour long video of Eminem a tape. I wish we can get them take that whole album with him dissing black women. They should play that album with him dissing black women. But most of y'all don't give a fuck because y'all don't care about black women. Y'all don't. Even black women don't give a fuck about black women. Like, they convince black women not to give a fuck about black women. They didn't convince black women not to give a fuck about black women. And to be at it's okay to diss black women. Eminem should have been canceled, and Eminem should be canceled right now. Eminem cannot ever be called the greatest of all time because of this. This is why I came against Eminem of being one. If Eminem would have never made that song, yes, I would consider Eminem not the greatest of all time because he can't fuck with a lot of ninjas. He ain't even in my top 10. Eminem is not even in my top 30 of all rappers. Now let's just give it like that. Eminem is not even in the top 50 of greatest rappers of all time. Never. Because I always thought that Eminem did not go through the same struggle that it took with hip hop. Eminem been given a silver spoon. Eminem didn't deal with the segregation. He reaped the benefits of it and got put on a pedestal. So no, Eminem cannot, because he didn't grind like the all-time greats. He got put on a pedestal by Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, them coon-ass motherfuckers. He got put on a pedestal from them. And they money hungry. Look, Dr. Dre ain't no real ninja. Eazy-E exposed that fool. $50 Cent ain't no real ninja because he got shot 9 times. That show he a stupid ninja. You a dummy. 50 Cent a coon too. $50 Cent ain't shit. He don't care nothing about black women. He don't give a fuck about black women. 50 Cent, all of them need to be canceled. Because they don't give a fuck about black women. And that's the deal. So if you think that, see, this is why you got to do your homework and your research. Because this is vital. A lot of y'all have never seen that on Eminem. A lot of y'all has never known that Eminem was dissing black women and was calling black women the N-word. Y'all never. How many times do I have to play this video for somebody to come in my comments and say they never heard that before from Eminem? And you black. That right there is a telling sign. You have never heard that before, and you black? You ain't never heard that before. That song from Eminem. You've never heard that before. And you black. That says something. That says a lot. Because we hear every racist thing. We hear everything. And we know we the top cancel culture, but it's a funny that we've never canceled Eminem. Why? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. But in the meantime, y'all hit that like, subscribe, y'all share this, y'all hit the notifications. I'm gonna bring y'all the truth. I ain't gonna bring y'all no AI shit. I ain't gonna bring y'all no fake shit like I never do. This is the real deal. And I'm telling y'all, forgive. Let me play this Hulk Hogan, another video with Hulk Hogan. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for this.
No matter what you think about Hulk Hogan, controversial athlete and actor,
But damn it, I might have to give up some money.
Everything that I've been through, this one hit me probably the hardest, and that's a heck of a thing to say because I've been through a lot of crazy stuff,
including an admission of steroid use and his son's legal issues. But last month, a new controversy which threatens to erase his legacy. The National Enquirer reports that Hogan used racial slurs in audio secretly recorded.
I was at the lowest point of my life. My personal life was destroyed. I was very mad at my daughter. I was upset over a situation that happened between her and her boyfriend, and I had no idea I was being taped. I was to the point where I wanted to kill myself. I sat in my bathroom by myself when my ex-wife was gone and the kids were gone, and I was completely broken and destroyed. And I said, what's the easiest way out of this? I mean, I was lost.
You were suicidal.
Yes, I was.
Father's Day card for Brooke?
No. A stark contrast from the Hulk, whose upbeat and tight-knit family was portrayed over 4 seasons of the reality show Hogan Knows Best, where he was overprotective of his only daughter, Brooke.
I mean, I'm almost 18 and I haven't even had a boyfriend yet.
Well, that's good. That's what I wanted.
But according to the National Enquirer, he refers to his daughter's then boyfriend using the N-word.
Do you have any personal preference who ethnically your daughter dates?
No, I don't. Actually, the guy my daughter was dating, I liked him a lot. I've known him for quite a while. And I was very mad at a personal situation that happened with my daughter.
Are you a racist?
No, I'm not. I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it. But a lot of people need to.
I believe you, Hulk Hogan. I believe you, brother. I believe you, brother.
Realize that you inherit things from your environment. And where I grew up was South Tampa, Port Tampa, and it was a really rough neighborhood, very low income. And all my friends, we greeted each other saying that word. We teased each other with that word. The word was just thrown around like it was nothing.
Is it fair to say that you inherited a racial bias?
I would say that is very fair, but you can break the cycle. And that's what everybody needs to know. You can break this cycle and become a better person, become who you're meant to be instead of.
See, at least Hulk Hogan admitted to saying the N-word. He said, my nigga. He said, this is what Hulk Hogan is saying. He's always saying, some of y'all got white friends that be saying that. And y'all don't get mad at them. They be saying, what's good, my nigga? Y'all got white people saying that shit. But y'all ain't canceling them. See, Hulk Hogan is openly admitting, and look, Hulk Hogan had the balls to go on ABC admitting to saying, yeah, I did this. I used this. Did Eminem do that? No, he didn't. That makes Eminem a coward. Right? That's finished.
Who you're supposed to be.
Following these allegations, the WWE fired Balea. The legendary career he spent a lifetime building wiped out.
I was totally shocked because I've
They fired him. The WWE fired him for saying that. Why didn't Eminem get canceled? Why didn't his record company fire Eminem? Why didn't Dr. Dre and 50 Cent fire Eminem? Because they don't give a fuck about black women. That's why. That's why. They don't give a fuck about black women.
worked with the WWE for almost 30 years off and on, and then all of a sudden, everything I've done, my whole career, my whole life, was like it never happened.
Your image, your likeness, your name erased.
Yeah, like I'd never existed.
That had to hurt.
Oh my gosh, it was devastating. It destroyed me. I mean, I don't know how to say it other than that. It was my whole life.
Many industry bigwigs have come to his defense. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson states, "I've known Terry for a lot of years. I had not known the man to be racist." George Foreman says, "I do not condone the language he used, but he is no racist. He is a good..."
Yeah, he's a good guy. Hulk Hogan is not a racist. He's a good guy. I put my face on the goddamn thing. And I would say the thing, Hulk Hogan ain't no racist. He's a great guy. I love Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Fuck what y'all talking about.
Good guy. Even Hogan's daughter, Brooke, chimes in.
Your daughter posted a beautiful poem on Facebook. "If you knew the dad I knew, you'd know he raised me well. He taught me folks are so much more than shades could ever tell."
Yeah. And if anybody should have disowned me, it should have been her. You know, she should have been the one. She should have been the one to throw me out like the trash, but instead she showed me more love than anybody.
What did Brooke say to you?
Well, could we stop for a second? All right. Okay.
How has Brooke helped you through this?
She's been so supportive. She was the direction of my attack. You know, I was not so mad at her boyfriend. I was mad at her, you know, and she instantly said, I don't even need to forgive you because I'm not mad at you. I love you. You're my dad.
For fans who feel let down by you, do you ask their forgiveness?
Oh my gosh, please forgive me. Please.
I forgive you, Hogan. Hogan got on all black. See, this is all. Hulk Hogan got on all black right now. All black because he did it for the brothers. Power to the people, Hulk Hogan. Power to the people. See, he got on national TV wearing all black like a goddamn Black Panther. See, asking and begging for forgiveness. I forgive you, my brother Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. You're the greatest of all time. I can say that about you because you had the balls to get on national TV and say, forgive me. I did. I said that. Yes, I did. But I don't mean that. And he got brothers to back him up. 50 Cent and Dr. Dre did not. They ain't did it like his colleague Booker T and George Foreman all backed him up. They all backed him up. Nobody backed up Eminem. Nobody ain't said nothing about Eminem to back him up the same way. Look at this brother. That's a brother right there. He got on all black. I don't go fuck what y'all say. That ninja came on national TV with all black on. Power to the people.
Please forgive me. I'm a nice guy. It's not, not the Hulk Hogan that rips the shirt off and bang, 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 slams giants.
The Hulk, whose worth is estimated to be between $8 and $15 million, is currently embattled in a landmark $100 million lawsuit against Gawker after they posted a 2-minute graphic excerpt of an unauthorized sex tape. The Hulk's lawyer speaking out on his client's behalf about the lawsuit.
This has everything to do with the invasion of privacy of a private citizen for no good cause other than for them to make money.
Gawker maintains the tape is newsworthy given Hogan talks so often about his sex life. For now, the man once known for his superhuman strength is relying on his inner power, wrestling with turning this negative into a positive.
Just because a person makes a mistake, just don't throw them away. You don't throw good people away. If everybody at their lowest point was judged on one thing they said, and all of a sudden your whole career was wiped out today because of something you said 10 or 20 years ago, it'd be a sad world. People get better every day. People get better.
For Nightline, I'm Amy Robach in New York.
I couldn't find a video with Eminem apologizing. But I appreciate everybody for joining tonight. Sierra, Jericho. Leave in the comments. Brenna Jones, leave in the comments what y'all think about this and share this, please. Let Eminem, let these tapes with Eminem. Like, I'm gonna share this to the end, and I don't give a damn, y'all. I'm gonna keep sharing. I'm gonna keep making videos about Eminem not being held accountable for his racist remarks and him not apologizing to black women. Eminem, this is for you. You need to apologize to black women, or somebody need to whoop your ass. Period. I mean, black men are fucking weak right now. I can't stand y'all ninjas. Y'all weak. To let this man talk about our women like this and be called the greatest of all time. Y'all are fucking weak. And I'm talking to black men in specifically, because y'all dropped the ball. Any black man who says that Eminem is the greatest of all time, who's claiming that Eminem is his favorite rapper, you are the problem. And you need to apologize to black women. I have never heard an apology to Eminem to black women from Eminem. I've never heard that apology. That's why I could never respect Eminem for talking about my mother, my sisters, our daughters. Until this man get in front of, do like Hulk Hogan did, I could never respect him. And to any black man out there claiming that Eminem is one of the all-time greats, you are the problem. And you are a bitch. And you don't respect black women at all. I've been canceled Eminem. I don't listen to nothing that ninja say, because he haven't properly gave the apology towards black women. You owe Eminem, you owe black women an apology. You owe it. And to anybody who can claim Eminem, who listen to Eminem, fuck y'all. But to Terry Crews, what is it? Not Terry Crews. Excuse me. But to Hulk Hogan, R.I.P. You made your peace with black people. You did. Hulk Hogan have made his peace with black people because he got in front of the world and apologized and explained his case. Not Eminem. Eminem didn't do this. You cannot find a tape on Eminem apologizing to black people. He denied it. Like the liar he is. Peace and blessings to all my black queens out there. I'm an advocate of y'all. I ain't gonna let shit pass. I ain't gonna let nobody talk about y'all. I ain't gonna let nobody do y'all wrong. To all my black queens out there, I defend you. And for those who don't give a fuck about y'all, to all y'all black men out there who don't give a fuck about y'all, fuck them. They ain't part of us. Because a real black man who stands 10 toes down for his black queens. And this is what I'm doing it for. I'm doing this for black women. Because black women ain't respected. They not respected at all. Black women did not get a proper apology. They didn't. I'm an advocate for black women. I love my black women. I love my mama, and I love all my sisters. This for y'all. We're going to expose Eminem. And the thing about this, Hulk Hogan has made his peace. And I appreciate you, Hulk Hogan. Thank you for everything you have done. Thank you. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. I'm about to get the hell up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Join me on the next live tomorrow. Hit that like, subscribe, share, hit the notification. Please comment on what you think about this. I appreciate y'all for joining this live. Power to the people. To all people. Power to all people.